Okay, I think let's start. Um, First of all, thanks for joining the session and sparing for some time for this particular demo. My name is Abhishek. People call me Sonu also. Some people call me AJ. And I have total 22 years of experience. And I have worked as a core DBA, application DBA, DevOps DBA, as well as you know application DBA, DevOps DBA, cloud DBA as a solution architect for some projects. And in last 22 years, I have not only worked with MySQL Oracle, I have worked with ClickHouse, TIDB, Postgre, and multiple databases like Elasticsearch and all. Some of you might be knowing me because I have conducted multiple sessions in past. And the main idea behind developing this course was to get introduced you with multiple market changes that is happening and making DBAs skill ready and making them to go to the next level. Also, I was seeing like a lot of core DBAs are stuck into their day-to-day task and into their day-to-day business, and they are not coming out from that comfort zone. But market has drastically changed, and after this AI evolution and emergement, lot of things are happening in the market. So I thought let's make this course. Let's whatever we are doing for corporate training, let's make the gate open for the non-corporate students also. So like that we have created this course. So basically, this course is blend of Postgre database administration from zero to hero, and this course is also a combination of the multiple technologies. Like, let me open the course stack for you. So if you go to the course website, you will see that this course is not only the Postgre database administration course, it has multiple other subjects and topics. Okay. Uh, This course is mainly related to open source DBA, DevOps DBA, Cloud DBA, Database SRE and DBRE, AI/ML Ops DBA, Vector DBA, and Database Infra Automation Engineer from the database point of view and from the DevOps point of view. So these are possible career option that will open once you will finish this course, or a combination of these roles. Either you can become Cloud DBA plus DevOps DBA kind of thing, or you can become mix and match of all these things. So all these things we are going to cover in this particular topic. So my course never starts with directly with the core subject, because I personally believe that the more you are familiar with the operating system, the more you can understand the further things, right? So what I did, I'm not going to start directly with Postgre. I will give you some basics of Linux, where we are going to talk about the basic commands, file structure, where to check which kind of logs. Basically, Linux have multiple logs, so understanding the logs specific to database administration, specific to the day-to-day troubleshooting and all. Okay, then we will drive into the storage basics. This is like which storage called which particular which storage is using which particular protocol, why DBA should bothered about it, why and how DBA should understand all these concepts, because we are going into a big a database boot camp where I want you to be very sure. When I say iSCSI, you should understand what is iSCSI. When I say object store, you should understand what is object store, so that we can do you can understand the concepts end to end, all those things. So right after the storage basics, when we will discuss about all these storage technologies and everything, So after that, what we will do, we will simply go into the virtualization. So I am going to explain you the basic virtualization technologies. Like normally what we do, we simply install VirtualBox and VMware workstation and we just start using it, right? But sometimes we does not understand what is going on under the hardware. Is there any better tools are available? Second thing, majority of the time we invest time building VMs, right? Which takes 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours. So I want to cut down that. I want to teach you what is the automated way of making VMs using Vagrant and using some other Linux technologies like libvirt, KVM, all those things. You know, even KVM is used in EC2 machines in AWS. So I'm going to teach you about the desktop and lab virtualization setup, all those things. Little bit enterprise level, virtualization techniques, what we use like KVM, libvirt, all those things. I'm going to teach you. Right after that, we will hop into the network basics for DBA. This is again introductory idea about network. What is IP? What is subnet? What is load balancer? When to use PG bouncer? When to use HA proxy? DNS. Very very basic stuff. So that a person who's completely new and he want to understand all these things, so at least he get fair idea what is all about, what to search in the Google. In other words, I'm going to teach you in a such a way, at least you are not understanding the basic advanced concept, it's okay, but at least you understand the basics and you can search on ChatGPT or Google what to search on that. Okay, at least some basics I will teach you. And again, this is going to be purely related to database administration, related to Postgre and other databases for the comparison, to build the comparison and all. Am I audible right to everyone?
Yes, yes.
And
Yes.
right after that, once you are good with the networking, all those things, your basics are done, at least, we will go into, we will go into the Postgre fundamentals, which is specific for database administration. Okay. In that case, we'll start with the Postgre architecture, file structure, installation. So installation, again, we are not going to do traditional installation where I will just show you the installation on VM and all those things. No, we are going to do the installation on multiple things. Basically, I personally believe that the more you understand the installation, the more, understanding all those things. So simple install, we are not going to do. We are doing the installation first on VM, uh, auto installation on VM using Vagrant. We will cover. We will do the Postgre installation on Docker, Docker Compose. We will create one instance of AWS RDS, not manually, hands-on. I don't want to do manually with using mouse and keyboard, which anyone can do it using. They can see in the Google or in YouTube. Mainly, we are going to cover two techniques: AWS CLI and Terraform. In the last, we are going to talk about the installation using Jenkins. How to create a Jenkins pipeline for the installation. These are the four things we are going to cover. In the middle of the classes or in the last, we are also going to talk about Kubernetes, where I will show you how to install Postgre. We are going to use cloud native Kubernetes. Okay, just to give you the idea. So that this is the one of the famous one for the databases. So we are going to cover all these things. So once right after your installation is done, you know the architecture, database structure, all those things, all the topics we are going to cover, privileges, schema, row level security, and toast objects, all those things. Once they are covered, we are going to jump into Postgre Advanced DBA internals, where we are going to talk about MVCC, transaction isolation, data types, all those things we are going to cover, because data types are very important when we will do the migration, database migration, all those things. Table partitioning we will cover with PG Partman, and also we are going to use the manual method like range partition list, all those things we'll cover. All those things we are going to do. Also, in here, one thing is missing, which I have to add is like I'm going to show you how to create dummy data pipelines. Okay. So dummy data pipelines are nothing but, let's suppose I'm teaching you, right, all these concepts. If you practice with the bare machine without any data, without any real time data, it will not, you will not going to get the real production touch and feel. So I will teach you about Python Faker. So using Python Faker, we will populate a lot of production like data, and I'm going to teach you on this real-time data. Okay, so that I will cover, so that your lab setup looks like the real-time production system. Once all these things are done, at least your extensions are done, logical, physical, and foreign data wrapper, transactional isolation, all the Postgre related concepts are done, we will jump into the monitoring part. Monitoring part, we are not going to do the traditional monitoring, which is all again available in the YouTube or places. We are going to cover the monitoring in very realistic real-time approach. We are going to use Prometheus and Grafana with Alert Manager and POMTEL. I have recently published a YouTube video to make everyone understand that why DBA should learn Prometheus and Grafana and POMTEL. You can go and watch that video also. I will send the link in the description. So we'll cover Prometheus, Grafana, and also we are going to cover some of the part of AI, which is related to PG Vector, RAG, some of the models like HNSAW and IVF flat, all those things, which is specific to DBA. Not, we'll not go much into depth initially because it will be confusing, but later on we'll explain it all the things one by one and all those things. Another thing, when we are doing the Prometheus and Grafana, we will also talk about the ELK basically to cover the ELK part. Elastic, Logstash and Kibana, to do the analysis of your Postgre logs and all, which is very new, specific for the people who want to understand SRE and DBRE related thing, all those things. We will do one PG vector and AI integration lab also, where I will show you the agentic AI part. Basically, agentic AI, we will touch upon multiple things. First, we will touch N8N. Okay, we will touch N8N first in the first go. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We will cover this tool first to show you how DBA workflows can be created like this, so that a person who want to interact with the database can directly talk to the database. In the last of the session, we are also talk about OpenFlow, which is very popular nowadays. Okay. So we are going to talk about some of the workflow agents and all those things, so that you understand how this works in the real-time system. And we are also going to work about Cloud AI. Cloud AI desktop also we'll understand that how you can automate your day-to-day task using Cloud AI. Desktop. Here we are going to show you the connectors also. Let's suppose you want to develop a connectors to doing your day-to-day job and everything. So that also we are going to talk about. Also, we will talk about the codex part, this code part, so that you can configure your database directly with your local database or your remote database, and you can apply OpenAI or ChatGPT or Gemini, frameworks or commands that we are going to see only for the database point of view, only for the Postgre point of view. So let's suppose if all these things are done, okay, we are going to move towards the HA, high availability. So in the high availability, we are not going to jump on the high availability directly. We'll understand that when to use master and slave replication, when to use replication manager, what is the importance of replication manager. And on top of that, we are going to implement keep alive D and HA proxy, real-time system. Okay, so that you understand that how real-time people are handling these kind of high availability systems. So once your high availability concepts are done, your monitoring stuff is done, all those things, I will take you towards the Patroni. So in the Patroni, again, we are not only covering the etcd part, we are also covering the console, because etcd is little old system. Now console is in the market and a lot of things are happening. So I will cover about Patroni cluster, bootstrapping, migrating single node to cluster to Patroni cluster, all those things, failover, switchover, you know, reinit, adding a new, the node and everything. And if time permits, I will show you the graphical user interface of Patroni also. And I will teach you how, without any prior knowledge, you can install the Patroni cluster with the third-party automation system. Directly, you have to put the node details, and once you hit yes, automatically your Patroni cluster will be ready. Okay, and in between, we are also going to cover the DevOps topics like Ansible, Jenkins, Git, GitLab, all those things we are going to cover step by step. Once we will move into the Postgre cloud, in the cloud, basically my main focus is going to be AWS, because what I think, like, if you at least understand one cloud service provider properly, it is just a matter of doing some kinds of comparison, between the wordings and all, and you can understand other cloud technologies also very easily. So if you understand AWS properly, it is just a matter of reference that in AWS we call it S3 bucket. So in Azure we call it blob storage. So these kind of little bit differentiation I will give you, and your concept will be ready. Okay. So cost optimization, read replica, all these concepts we'll understand. We'll also understand where to use RDS, where to use Aurora, what is the core difference, what is green and blue deployment kind of thing, what is proxy, when to use proxy, when not to use proxy. Okay, all those things we are going to talk about. This is the important part. Basically, as you know, database administration is going more DevOps centric, more site reliability centric, more observability centric. Okay, and nowadays more AI and ML centrics, right? If you go to the NVIDIA operations certification, which is specific to the DBAs, let's suppose see this AI and infrastructure certification, you will see that lot of topics is already covered which we are doing on day-to-day things, right? So what I did when I was doing designing this course, I thought let's pick the topic which is really going on in the market, but a lot of people are not aware of it, right? That what is GPU optimization for AI, how to set up GPU, all those things, small concept, not very big. Okay, so we'll talk about all those things. Can some please mute yourself, please? Hello, can you mute yourself, please? Okay, thank you. So once we will go to this cloud native topic, we are going to understand what is cloud native Kubernetes are there, what is the Postgre operators, how CI/CD pipelines can be integrated, all these things. We'll also understand about the migration tools like Flyway and Liquibase, how they works, what we have to understand in that. Okay. Also, we are going to talk about the Postgre security part. We try to understand what Postgre encryption looks like, how we can encrypt in the real time scenario. So once this part is done, we will move into the database migration. Database migration, Again, we are not going to do with very traditional way, because in that way you are not going to understand what is the main why behind the migration. As everyone knows, like the database migration is initiated by cost, effort, or time. These are the three factors that most of the time playing a majority role when the migration projects get creates or get kick in. Okay, so we'll understand why people are moving from cloud to open source data center, why data center to cloud. All those things we'll understand. In the same continuation, we are not going to teach, or we are not going to learn in the very traditional way, just did the ora to pg migration and all. No, we'll try to understand that what is the data types, what is the toast objects, how when we are doing the migration, what is the real time planning that we have to do before doing the migration. Let's suppose my in Oracle, my date column is giving me ddmmyy, but in Postgre I am getting ddmmyy and second also. So my code will break, right? So real time, how to do all these kind of thing ahead of the time so that my migration is not failing. Okay, if I'm doing the manual migrations, understanding the code. Okay, let's suppose in Oracle synonyms works, but in Postgre synonyms are not working, right? So what is the alternative? Okay, in Postgre, in Oracle we have database links, but in Postgre database links are foreign data wrapper. Little bit different configuration systems are there. So how to migrate your database or how to migrate your code in a such a way so that the new feature or the feature of Postgre can compatible with your existing code. So those are the real time migration concepts that we have to understand. Getting my point? In Oracle, I have a lot of JSON data. How I can migrate into the Postgre? So real-time challenging thing we'll talk about, rather than just running Ora to PG or AWS SCT is not going to make such difference. Also, we are going to talk about all the migration method, because I have seen in the market people are only talking about migration using Ora to PG, and they are just doing the migration using some tool and all. But trust me, those tools are very costly, and the companies like startup and all, they are choosing the other paths also, the cheapest path like ETL pipelines. How to migrate your data using ETL pipeline from MySQL to Postgre, MongoDB to Postgre. How to use change data capture, CDC, to migrate your data, which is very important concept. But I have seen 99% of the DBAs are not understanding all these concepts, and they still think that there are no jobs in the market. But you have to understand the both side of the story. Let me give you one small brief what I am talking about. So 99% what is happening currently, left hand side we have employer, and this side we have employee. So employer is telling, I don't get good people, good DBAs who understand at least some DevOps tools, some SRE practices, some little bit of cloud knowledge. I'm not getting the right fit from the pool. But employee think there are not enough jobs available in the market. I'm not getting job. I'm not getting good job. Why? Because employer expectation is 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1, something like that. Okay. But employee is equipped with only plus 1, because we are still doing the same thing, core DBA stuff, taking backup, doing patching, doing refresh, installing the Oracle, installing the Postgre, installing the MySQL, all those things, day to day things, we are stuck. But the companies are expecting little bit more, right? They want people to understand with the automation technology, write some Python script to automate all your database related deployment stuff using Jenkins. Use Flyway to update all your deployment script to the production directly. Create CI/CD pipelines, for database. Understand the vectorization of database. Understand the AI or ML part of the database. So this is the future. That's what is happening currently in the market. They want you to understand the pipelining concept. Let's suppose you have a Postgre database. How you will send the data to ClickHouse DB. These kind of new kind of concepts, data pipelining, CI/CD. So that's why when I was designing this course, I have added all these things. I thought let's not do the traditional part. Let's add these change data capture CDC kind of concepts also to the database technology or database my database course. Migration planning, I think I have already talked about that we are doing a migration planning. We'll try to understand that how we can perform zero downtime migration, okay, using replication or using the tools. Okay, so we'll talk about that. In the AI ML DBA part, we'll try to understand LLM, agentic AI, RAG, SAG. We are also going to talk about little bit. N10, Creo AI, PG Vector, and Olama. Olama is basically, I will teach you that how you can create your own AI system inside your data, inside your laptop or desktop, without wasting money on Chat GPT or in Cloud AI, all those things. In the last, very important thing. In the last, we are going to talk about automation. Again, not traditional automation where I am writing a shell script to take PG dump or writing the shell script to do day-to-day operation. No, we are not going to do that. Which is very, very available in the YouTube and everywhere. We are going to do the automation in a different way. Let me explain you how we are going to perform the automation. First thing, we will use Jenkins. In the Jenkins, we'll understand the pipelines, freestyle projects, and plugins. And using that, first of all, we'll understand how we can create the backup automation, uh, CRUD operations, how we can perform that, how we can install the databases directly on the systems using Vagrant, the real-time one, so that our Jenkins pipeline itself is going and installing the, creating the VMs and all those things we'll do. We are also going to understand the N at N part. N at N. Using N at N, I will show you how you can automate your day-to-day task. Let's suppose how to talk to your Postgre directly. Let's suppose like ChatGPT, you can talk to your database using N at N. You will write the command and database is going to give you the output like kind of automations. We are going to talk about some advanced automation techniques like specific to the cloud. We are going to talk about AWS CLI, Terraform, and Python and Python Boto. Now you will ask, we are the DBAs, and most of the DBAs are running away from the cloud, from coding, right? This is a standard practice I have seen in the market. So what I'm trying to tell you that now writing code is not a big task. You can easily write the code using AI. You just need a simple coder, the Microsoft code, and you can simply go and write the code like anything. Let's suppose write a Python script to create 1000 mock data for my employee table using Python Faker library, and I'll get a script. So I'm going to teach you how to write effective prompts, how to get all these things done with the help of AI rather than spending time just understanding the basics of Python. You can simply understand the basic Python and you can do a lot of automations by your own using shell script, Python, all those things. We'll talk about that. Also, once this part is done, we are going to do a small project. If you people are fine, if you are happy and time permits, definitely we'll do a project. 99% I'm doing project. I at least I show one project to everyone saying that this is my running project. Sometimes I take my website. Sometimes I take my LMS website, which is deployed on the Docker. So I just show them the real touch and feel of the database. I show them the database, my Postgre database. So like that, we'll cover all these things end to end. I think this is quite everyone knows about it, right? What is the average Postgre DBAs earning with all these technologies and all? So I just did a small research. The data source I have took from dice.com because dice.com is one of the leading website in US, and lot of jobs are getting open from dice.com. So I just prepared this data based on dice.com, that what is the average salary people are getting when they complete average DBA. Normally they get this much. When they become senior, when they understand these things, they get more salary like that. I have just calculated data. You can read about it. And that's all. I think all the sessions are going to happen on Saturday and Sunday, 3 to 5. And all the recordings are available on my website, LMS website, LMS on the dbadmin.com. Here you will find all the recordings. Uh, you can see even a lot of recordings are free. You can go and see them after creating your account. So all the recordings most probably they get updated by Monday to Tuesday. But if in case if you are in hurry, you want to watch them on Saturday and Sunday only, then what we do, we provide Google Drive access also, so that you can go and see the raw videos. But the videos are getting updated here after doing some processing, like enhancing the voice and graphics and everything. After that we upload it here. So you can anytime you can go, and this is lifetime free. Once you pay the fee and you take this is lifetime free. You can watch them. Uh, all these things are there. uh, with every class, you get a structure like this, and under every folder you get scripts and documentation related to the topic. Let's suppose today I taught you about vagrant, so all the commands will be listed here. Okay, so all the commands you will get like this, and all the setup. Let's suppose you want to do a setup on your machine, you are confused how to do it. So for all the environment, all these commands are already step by step mentioned. You can simply go and use these kind of scripts. Also, in case let's suppose you are not clear about it and you are still confused that how to do it, so still you can take the opportunity and you can talk to me in the next class, saying that I'm not clear about that, I want to repeat it. I'm not at all bothered about whether this course completes in 4.5 month, 5 month, 6 month, 7 month. If you want, you can do a open investigation about me, or you can go and check my reviews on the internet. I'm perfectly fine, or I am looking for your satisfaction first. I don't have any problem repeating the topic again and again and again and again. I don't have any problem. At least your satisfaction is very, very important, because end of the story, you are spending money and time to learn something. And some topics are even after working in 22 year, still some of the topics are not clear for me, because I don't know some. There are some topics which even still I get some kind of difficulty, right? It happens with everyone, so there is no shame or there is no harm to repeating it again and again. I'm completely fine with that. uh, and most of my classes are running on discussion phase, rather than I'm commanding and you have to listen. No, this is not the mode where I'm going to teach you. You have to come and you can have full liberty of doing question, concern, allegation, argument, because this is the way we will learn, right? If you are not agree with my point, you have full right, you can say no, I think it does not happen in this way. It happens in this way. I did a production project, I have fixed a production issue, and this is my experience. We can very well have a discussion. Okay, so this is more going to be a bootcamp style course rather than traditional. I will open the PPT. I never open PPT. You can check with my old students. Rarely, sometimes if I have to cover something, which is not that important, I open the PPT and just run through it. But 99% I work on commands, directly on the screen. Like today, we have completed, Prometheus and Grafana with POMTEL. So I was teaching them directly on the screen like this. So 99% time we are doing, real time projects. Like we have exported our all the graphs and everything, Loki graphs here. So I was explaining them how to, see the Postgre logs directly on the, dashboards and all like this. So I was talking about all those things. So most of the time it will be on the screen, okay, rather than doing, the PPT and other thing. So this is what I'm going to teach you. Any question? Now it's your turn. Anything, any question. Be very open. Don't worry. You can ask any question. I'm very well, open to answer any question.
Um, I have one question. So, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I've seen the course like on stages wise. So
Mm-hmm.
you are covering not starting with the direct database, but you are
Mm-hmm.
covering Linux and all, right? So, say for example, if we are already
Mm-hmm.
good at Linux commands and other things, right? So, if we want to deep dive directly into stage 3 or stage 4,
Mm-hmm.
so what is the way going with that?
I will not recommend you to do that. I'm going to teach you Linux in a little different way.
Okay.
So traditionally what happens, uh, people what they do, they understand few commands, they understand the little bit of the directory structure, a little bit of the configuration file. But here what I am trying to tell you, what I'm trying to explain you here is, I'm going to teach you the Linux from the eyes of a DBA, SRE, DBRE. Like for example, how many of you know this command? Do we do? How many of you use dmessage command? Just raise your hand. So like that, okay. How many of you dmessage? So I know uh, many of us does not understand a dmessage command, ss command, blue command. So there are, modernization happens on the Linux level also in last 4 to 5 years. So I want to cover that part also, I don't want to tell you just to use telnet command. I want to use the NC command, the new version of telnet. So like that, I want to modernize your knowledge. So rather than I will say, okay, some things you might be knowing, but I will encourage you to join this class so that you understand how to, understand all these things. How many of you are creating your virtual machine using Cockpit, right? So I will talk about Cockpit also a little bit. So these new things I want to teach you basically so that your knowledge is going to the next level. I hope I made my point clear to you. Like, and uh, do you think it is good if you attend this, Mukesh?
Yeah, yeah. Uh, Covers, I mean, little advanced.
Yeah, little bit advanced. I'll start with very basic first, and then I will go to the. Let's suppose 99% people say I know storage. Okay, uh, but I want to teach you that how you can make your own storage in your house. Let's suppose. Okay. So I will talk about open NAS little bit. That if you want to become, you want to create your own storage, how to create it. Okay. We are going to talk about the object storage part. For example, on we go to Instagram, we see one shot, right? Have you seen that after 2 3 shots automatically it shows you the same subject of shots? Let's suppose you have seen two continuous or three continuous video of cricket. Have you seen that it is showing you cricket only, cricket related things next to after that like that in the series? It happens, right?
Yes.
Yep.
So how it happens, how he understands your interest. So it happens by object store. So I will explain you what is object store, why DBA should bother about an object store. Why DBA should understand about the object store, at least very basic one. I'm not telling you to go and create an object store directly, but at least some understanding I want to give you that object store is now a new concept that DBA should understand so that he can go to the next level. Like that, these basics are built on. Here, majority of the people are using VirtualBox, VMware. Can I tell you one thing? In this machine, the machine which I am having, it is a server class machine with 64 GB RAM and DDR5 one, and I have i7 14th generation processor. Still, my single virtual machine using Vagrant takes close to 3 to 4 minutes. But can I tell you, if you use KVM and libvirt in Ubuntu, you can create virtual machines in less than 1 minute. Amazing, right? But these informations are never ever disclosed or never taught to a DBA person directly, right? Do you think it is new, something new which we should understand rather than just simply understanding about VirtualBox and VMware? There are thousands of other topic which is relevant for DBA. Yeah, please, Sikandar. You have
Yeah,
raised.
my question is
Mhm,
the SRE Ops DBA or
mhm,
Cloud
mhm,
DBA. I
mhm,
think these are four different roles.
mhm.
So we are integrating all together in one course.
Correct, correct.
So is it not too much for me? Because otherwise, I would say like this: if I want to go only one of the role,
Mhm,
I
mhm.
how I will be able to uh, manage via this course?
See, I'll tell you, this course is a junction basically. We are standing here, and I'm not limiting you only for one or two technologies basically. I'm not limiting you for one or two technology. I want you to go to all the direction like open source DBA, DevOps DBA, SRE database, DBRE, DevOps DBA, cloud DBA, vector DBA, and AI and MLOps DBA. So what I'm trying to tell you, I'm teaching you all the subject, all the things, and out of that, whatever is comes to your way or whatever you want to update with the mixture mix and match, you can either you can use it for your next career jump, skill enhancement, or to implement the same thing in your current company. So that is the whole object, so that this is a bundle of the course, you can say in other way. I know
Okay.
some of the topics might not be useful for your specific need, but trust me, knowing them, it's not a harm. You can understand all those things and you can utilize it. Like, I'll tell you one thing, very, very classic discussion which I used to have with my old students. When I used to teach Docker to a DBA in 2014, my students used to refute me, why you are teaching Docker to a DBA, right? But
Okay.
now the same student sends me a thanks note that at least they are ahead of the market, right? Do you
Completely
do you
understood.
agree in that?
Yeah, I completely understand. I agree. Even I agree. Definitely. But I'm only a DBA.
Hmm.
I totally get your point. But in case if I want to become an SRE,
Hmm.
so we do deep dive on SRE, or
Yes,
we will
yes.
be and
See here.
all the remaining roles?
Yes, correct. See here. Today we have implemented
Okay.
Loki with Postgre PG Rep Manager, logs. So we are covering all these SRE concepts and real time. I don't want you to show some slide or commands and all. We have implemented in 2 sessions. Last class, and I took off, and after that today's class, like that, real time. Can you see this? All
Yeah,
the
yeah, I
SRE
can.
related dashboards and all we will implement. Because I didn't get chance to reboot my machine, so everything is open. So luckily I am able to show you all these things.
Oh, fine. So within these timelines, we will be able to cover all
Within the
these
timeline,
roles
all these
deep dive.
things. Yeah. So
Okay.
basically, we are going to do to manage the time. We do this practice. Topic we divide into core and fancy. So core is something which you should know at any cost. Fancy is just like good to have. Okay, let's suppose a DBA, let's suppose you are a core DBA, and at least your architecture has to be very clear, right? Even if you are lacking little bit on the performance tuning, I can completely understand. So if I am teaching you, I will make sure your architecture is very clear. For time being, for at least 3 to 4 months, I will put the audit and performance tuning in the fancy part, so that I can make you pakka on this area first. Once you are good here, at least 2 to 3 months or 1.5 months, then I will slowly move it to here. So like that, we are managing time also. Because I know if you get stuck into the learning silo, you cannot come out of it, right? Because every subject is like ocean. Are you agree with that or not? So out of 100 topics, I don't think all the 100 it will be relevant to understand. At least some core part, at least 10 topics has to be covered at any cost. That is my analogy or the way of teaching. And it works very well. Trust me.
Okay,
Make
thank
sense?
you. Yeah, thank you.
Yeah. Anyone else like who want to ask? Yeah. Hardik and
Yeah,
Vijay.
yeah, yeah. So this is Vijay. I have one question actually. So
Mhm,
basically, I'm a core DBA, and a lot of my work is related to performance tuning and everything.
mhm,
Now, even if you ask me right now, also I'm struggling with performance tuning, and
mhm,
I just don't want to go into the details. I want to know two or three. Uh, I mean, I have two or three questions basically.
mhm,
What are the AI tools and techniques
mhm,
that we are going to cover here, where I can use that info
mhm.
for performance tuning? For example,
Okay.
right now I use ChatGPT, GitHub Copilot, Claude, everything. But my major challenge right now is finding the bottlenecks,
Mhm,
analyze the logs, pgstat statements,
mhm,
auto explain, analyze all of it.
mhm,
Even after that, sometimes it boils down to OS capabilities. So right now,
mhm,
after 2 weeks of investigation, I found out that my disk on GCP was
mhm.
giving low IOPS. So I had to
Very good.
increase the IOPS. And then later I figured out that,
Mhm.
I mean, there were a lot of
I
bottlenecks
got
as
it.
far
So you
as,
have to change your format or class of your
Ye-
storage to
yeah.
the next level or higher IOPS. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. And before that, I tuned all the parameters. I tuned indexes. I kind of went into the data types for that matter,
Mhm,
because for some non-monetary
mhm,
columns, my team was using number data type.
mhm.
Okay,
Got
it
it.
was not
Got it.
required, and number is pretty slow in Postgres. We all know.
Mhm, mhm. Right.
So
Right.
my point is, to go into that depth, it took me 2 to 3 weeks, rigorous
Mhm,
testing, analyzing log, because you cannot just simply go and change everything. You need to find the evidences
mhm,
and then go for it, checkpoint and all of it. So my question to
mhm,
you is, what are the AI tools that
mhm,
we are going to cover, which will help me to
mhm,
diagnose this issue pretty early? I don't want to waste, or waste some. It's not wasting of time. Perhaps
mhm,
I don't want to invest 2 weeks to get
mhm,
to the bottom of it. Perhaps some smarter tools, some smarter techniques that will
mhm.
help me understand this issue, early. What are we
Okay.
going to do on that?
Basically, your case is your kind of cases. The first thing is you have to implement certain tools and automations first. Okay. So you have to export the logs. Let's suppose you might be having some kind of plugins, right? pg underscore stats underscore statistics, or some
Yeah.
kind of Google logs and on, right? So you can create
Yeah.
some kind of, first of all, logging system, some kind of dashboards, and these dashboards should clearly monitored by some kind of AI function. Again, I'm telling you, this is not going to, I'm not giving you guarantee that 100% it is going to work, but it will be better than nothing. At least 50 to 80% it can solve your problem. But these logs and dashboards, or your heat map kind of information or connectors to the database. Okay, this supposed to flow towards your AI or LLM, and you can develop some kind of proactive monitoring on top of it. Let's suppose your queries are degrading from 1 millisecond to 40 milliseconds. Okay, so you should
Mhm.
be having some kind of mechanism which can catch the historical degradation and give you alerts saying that I can see in last 15 days I can see this query is degrading. So these kind of systems you have to develop, and these systems can be developed using some tools like honeycomb.
Okay.
Okay, these are the observability AI observability tools which big companies are using. Let's suppose your company says I don't want to use it, you develop it. Then you can use your own crew AI kind of agents, which
Mhm.
is Python based agents which can go and log into your system again, or you can go to the MCP servers. Let's suppose, can I take Postgre as a example? So
Yeah, yeah, please.
you can go to the self managed MCPs and you can understand what capability they have. Are they matching with their your requirement? See this database health checkup, query plans, index tuning, schema intelligence. If this is matching with your requirement, in the first level you can take this, and you can take in the next level you can develop more functionalities and you can implement in your servers. So there are n number of ways. Currently, we are sitting in the instance where it's not about the solution; it's about what you are choosing to fix your problem. Are you getting that point?
Yeah, yeah,
Just,
yeah.
just 8 years back or 10 years back, we used to call our friend and say, "Oh, boss, this is the problem I am getting. You are architect. Tell me what can we do." Now the situation is completely opposite. I'm getting thousands of solutions and I have to identify which is going to work best for one thing and what alteration I have to do. So you can do
Okay.
all those things. Yeah. Make sense?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. So are we covering all this? I mean, what I
See,
was
I'll tell
looking
you.
for is.
Mhm.
Mhm.
I will, being a instructor today, I think you were not knowing about Honeycomb, right? Or Crew AI, right?
No, no,
So
yeah.
at least
No.
being an instructor, I will show you the path. See, this is the path. Go ahead.
Yeah.
This is the basics of it. And
Mm.
I will also teach you to make the solutions because I work as a solution architect, system design engineer. And I will encourage you to understand about all those things. And out of that, some of the 1, 2, or 3 use case, I will do it on the screen for you so that your basics are very clear. And using that basics, let's suppose this is steering, this is brake, this is clutch. With this basics, you can go ahead and achieve anything. That is my guarantee. Make
Makes
sense?
sense. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Just one more point to it. You said that you will add dummy data
Mhm.
and you will show the monitoring part with
Mhm.
Prometheus and Grafana, and you will show some production grade
Mhm.
performance tuning.
Mhm.
So I want to understand the depth of it. What are
Mhm.
you are going to cover? And
Mhm.
again, I mean, I'm circling back to my question,
Mhm.
how we can use AI and AI
Mhm.
tools to analyze more. I mean, what to analyze,
Mhm.
how to
Mhm.
analyze.
Mhm.
Perhaps I kind of know, or I'll figure it out.
Mhm.
The
Mhm.
problem is, as you rightly mentioned, which
Mhm.
tools needs to be
Mhm.
used for performance tuning, basically, and to
Mhm.
analyze. I
Mhm.
mean, we can get the logs, we can get the
Mhm.
stat statement, we can get everything. But
Mhm.
the AI tools that will analyze those and give me,
Mhm.
perfect predictions, then I'll
Mhm.
take it further. Yeah.
So what happens when I've started teaching in last 22 years. I have seen one very important thing, and when I was doing my analysis, I have identified that I am teaching this 100 or 200 people across the
Mhm.
globe because that time in India, people were not that keen to learn all these new things. So I used to teach most of the time students from outside and all, So
Mhm.
what I have understood that until unless your test environment, or at least your the environment where you are doing your learning is not equipped with the real time systems, how you can make your hand dirty? How I can
Yeah.
expect you to come and tell me, boss, this is vagrant, this is and all. So I have did this complete process. I have turned this project process in a different way, saying that let me add all these things to my sessions. When I'm teaching PG admin, I will not
Mhm.
simply say this is PG admin. Rather than I will go behind and run one load test script, okay, in the back, so that I can, practically show you that how load is looking like. See this?
Mhm.
So I can simulate with this kind of small things, you know,
Okay.
or write some Python script. So basically Python have lot of, potential. Let's suppose faker. So even I can write a Python faker library and I can pump lot of, dummy data to your database. So it will look like a real Amazon system where people are punching the orders, or Flipkart big billion sale, right? Or
Yeah.
Hotstar people watching, thousands of
Exactly.
people are watching the cricket.
Exactly.
So like that, I have simulated the systems. Even I have created some desktop tools also, which I will show you on the fly how you can create. I don't want anyone to work like a dummy, static, an old style DBA. Simple question, simple answer. I want everyone to modernize. Then only you will get a good job. Now that the days are gone when you say I am Oracle DBA, I'll do only Oracle and happily I am
Yeah.
living. Those days are gone. Now you have to think like ecosystem person. If you are working in a startup, try to understand the whole database layer rather than just limiting yourself with MySQL, Postgre, Mongo, Elastic. No, this approach is going away.
Okay.
I
So
don't want
new.
to scare people, but I just want you to take it towards the modernization approach. You know, and the trust me, with the help of AI, ML, and Chat GPT, learning all these things, building all these things are becoming easier and easier. And my work is only to show you the path and give you the commands, show you the solutions. Rest of the things you will develop it. I just need your, energy and your, willingness to learn. That's all. Nothing else. Make
Okay.
sense?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Thank you. I just want to use more AI, and I think you answered it clearly. We are going to
Yes,
use it.
yes. Like today, I was telling in my course that we have a new plugin called Python Postgre for Python, where I can talk to my database directly. I can create a dummy instance directly here on the, on the my machine itself. So these modern new knowledge is very important nowadays to achieve any solutions. Okay. I hope I have answered it well to your query.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Thank you.
No problem.
Okay, so Abhishek, Hardik here.
Hey, hi, Hardik. Yeah, tell me.
The question which I was about to ask,
Mm-hmm,
in brief, you have also answered,
mm-hmm,
but again, I'm asking the same question
mm-hmm,
that
mm-hmm,
I'm Oracle DBA having
mm-hmm,
11 years of experience.
mm-hmm,
Okay, now want to upskill myself
mm-hmm,
by adding this Postgres and all. So
mm-hmm,
how see around this experience, I have worked only for Oracle.
mm-hmm,
Okay, means Oracle means RAG, DataGuard, Golden Gate, Exadata, ExaCC, and all. Means
mm-hmm,
all Oracle stuff. So
mm-hmm,
I am not aware about of a single thing of
mm-hmm,
PostgreSQL.
mm-hmm,
Okay, so will this help me to because I am although I have read the title which is zero to hero. Okay,
mm-hmm,
but how it can help me to become a means I want to explore
mm-hmm,
I want to upskill myself
mm-hmm,
as Oracle as Postgre.
mm-hmm.
Okay, so
See,
the yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. This is going to help you 1,000 times. The
Mm-hmm.
reason is,
Uh,
you are not only going to upgrade yourself as a Postgre DBA.
mm-hmm.
On top of that, you are going to get some extra knowledge, which
Mm-hmm.
again depends that let's suppose you are learning about the extra things
Mm-hmm.
and you are getting yourself market ready. Again, only
Mm-hmm.
Postgre is not going to help you.
Correct.
Only Postgre is not going to help you. At least with Postgre, I recommend you should know cloud and DevOps tools little bit.
Correct, correct.
Okay, because when you join a company, at least they expect you to automate some stuff, right? At least write some automation and all. Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
I can completely understand your background because I also worked as a Oracle Apps DBA for more
All
than
right.
nine years. So
Okay.
I understand Oracle tools very well.
All right.
So I completely understand your dilemma. So don't worry, it will 100% give you upskill.
Why the question is, let's say I have 10-year plus of experience. Okay.
Hmm.
Now I am adding on Postgre in my bucket.
Hmm, hmm,
Okay.
hmm,
If a person should ask me such question,
hmm,
so he thinks he is having 11 years of experience. He will
hmm,
not say that he is expert in Oracle, but
hmm.
you know, this kind of things means the
I'll
expectation
give
of
you, yeah, I'll give you a very important thing,
yeah,
which I have seen in last many years. People who are coming from a different database background, let's suppose SQL Server DBA, MySQL
yeah.
DBA,
Mm-hmm.
MongoDB, and Elastic or ClickHouse people, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when they are coming to Postgre,
Mm.
their learning appetite is more, or they
Correct.
learn more because already they have a reference point. So if I'm teaching to a Oracle DBA Postgre, for me it is very easy. I will simply say shared DB is like your SGA,
Okay.
and for a Mongo person, I will say it's a white tiger storage engine.
All
So
right.
so for you it is very easy. I will say Oracle Real Application Cluster is like Patroni cluster.
Patroni. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'll say your logical replication is like my PubSub model in Postgre.
All right.
So for you, it is just a reference point. You already know what is the statistics, what is analyze command, what is explain plan. So
Correct.
it is
Correct.
like your structure is ready. I have to just do putty and whitewash. That's all.
Perfect.
Getting my point.
And yeah, getting got it, got it. And just last question. The thing which you are explaining on that particular machine, is it
Hmm.
a server or is it a lab or same thing which I need to replicate? So any extra machine
No.
is required
Hmm.
or kind of yeah.
The thing is, this was the classical problem for the
Mm-hmm.
students who are already spend a lot of money in their education and who does not have the good hardwares. Okay, for
Perfect.
that purpose, what we did, we have automated the entire database stack using Vagrant, where the in this setup itself, thousands of machines are running with the small configuration. So even if you have 16 GB laptop or 8 GB laptop, at least one or two machines you can run with 2 GB or 1 GB. So that I will teach you.
Okay.
So nothing to worry about. I will teach you. Can you see here?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A lot of small machines are running, right?
Makes sense.
Even I have developed it more. When I will really log into the machine, I will show you KVM and libvirt also, where you can even create the machine in very less resources. I have
Okay.
4 servers also with me, so I will show
Mm-hmm.
you that also.
Perfect, perfect. Yeah. Thank you, Abhishek.
Yeah. Anyone else who want to go?
Yeah, yeah, hi, Abhishek.
Hey, hi, Mahesh.
Yeah, Himanshu this side.
No, sorry. Yeah.
Yeah, no issues. So I just want to understand what kind of method I will get to learn during this
Mhm.
course to communicate with the LLMs.
Kind of method that will be like agentic AI, RAG, and MCP that you can use.
No, just for
Or
the specific for the communication for the database.
specific to the communication with the database, I'm going to use agents.
Uh, isn't okay, but these are the agents are the workflow only, no? So means for
Correct,
the
correct.
so for the just for the communication, I need to means I need to send some queries and revert back. So for
I
that,
think JSON API like that we are going to use. We are going
Mhm.
to use Open API. I'm normally use DeepSeek APIs also, Grok, because they are cheaper. So I will use all those things. Sometimes if I don't want to invest money or some students don't want to invest money, We can use Olama also directly on our machines.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
Olama is
this.
for the open source.
Yeah, like that.
Okay, miss, I just want to for the specific work just for the communication between database and LLM, not the whole workflow. For that, the specific anything is there, miss, any predefined module you will teach us, or
No, I don't have any predefined. I'm using the existing LLMs only.
okay, fine.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you.
I'm not building any because that is out of scope of this course.
Okay, understood. Yeah, no
But
issues.
we have altered some of the, you must be knowing about. Let me show you. I was trying it, but unfortunately, I was not able to learn it more because I don't have much time. But in the next, couple of months, I'm planning to buy some GPUs because I am understanding this. You must be knowing CUDA, right? You know CUDA.
Yeah, yes.
So I'm just exploring about CUDA and media and also. But
Nice,
again, it's
nice.
just a weekend project, free time project to
Okay.
spend some time.
Yeah,
Okay.
perfect. Nice learning for, yeah, happy learning for you too.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anyone else like?
Abhishek, Navneet here. But
Hey,
I
hi
would like
Navneet.
to speak alone if that is not a problem because I'm a mainframe DBA, so
Mhm.
I don't know anything out of mainframe.
You are the father of the database administrations. So like mainframe is like you
Too old,
know
yeah.
more than us. You know more than us, because you have seen the black and white era without books, without Google, you know.
Yeah.
Even sometimes there was no Google available, right, in your time.
So, yeah.
So I used to work with the mainframe DBAs in Bangalore.
Okay. Okay.
So I know your struggle and you are very respected for us. So don't worry about that.
Okay. Okay.
You
Yeah.
can you can learn very fast than
Okay.
anyone else because you know how to struggle.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
don't
Because
worry about
my
that.
main struggle is, learning something is, like we learn many things, but
You
we
might
don't
be working
remember.
on DB2, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I'm working in DB2.
Then 99% Postgre concepts are
Are
there.
same.
So
Yeah.
don't
Yeah.
worry.
Yeah, DB2 Oracle people can easily can adapt, especially with yeah.
Very
Right.
good.
Right.
Yeah. So who said
Maybe
this?
see, Mahesh,
Mahesh,
yeah,
right?
this Mahesh.
Yeah. Very
Yeah,
well said.
yeah.
Very well said.
Adapting is very much easy. Maybe
Very
in
much
depth
easy.
solving the issues
A
may
little bit
have
difference.
different
Right,
difference. That's all.
right. So the
That's all.
If
my
you
only worry is, like I will learn it, right? But how to keep that, knowledge retained?
practice, see,
That is,
So make the use case, right? Whenever you are
Mhm,
Saturday, Sunday sitting, simply take a pen and paper
mhm,
and build a high availability plan for Postgre. Think like you are working in a Razorpay or Paytm
mhm, mhm.
and build a database for Paytm. Let's suppose
Okay.
what
Citus,
you will
Flink,
think like. Ah,
Mhm,
that's what I tell to my students that think like you are an employee of Google and give me a Postgre setup which never ever stops.
mhm,
Which never ever stops. I don't want to stop my database. Give me 5 scenario how I will patch it, how I
mhm.
will upgrade it, how I'll do the deployment, and how I will upgrade to the next version. Simple.
Okay.
If you
Okay.
if you fix this 5 problem, you are production grade DBA for Google. Simple. Make sense or not?
Yeah. Yeah. Makes sense. Makes sense. Yeah.
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 So make the own project for yourself. Don't wait for God to come and give you some, magic wand like Harry Potter. It will never
Mhm.
ever happen. Go and
Right.
if you are seeing, simply see, go to the. Recently, I was watching this and I made a plan. I will show you. Uh, I was watching YouTube and suddenly I see Hotstar. In YouTube, Hotstar is catering 5 million subscriber. I was got wondered like how Hotstar is catering 5 million subscriber. How Zerodha is using Postgre for entire India. I started reading about Zerodha journey for Postgre. Like that, you have to keep reading about things. Can you see this video?
Mhm. Yeah.
How see 7 million? They have 7 million Postgre tables. So
Wow.
think from that direction. Think from that scale. The moment you think from the bigger scale, right, your knowledge will 101% expand. Don't think from the screwdriver point of view. Think from the
Mhm,
crane point of view. Big
mhm.
cranes.
Right.
Make sense?
Yeah, definitely makes sense. Yeah.
Who want to go next? Like any question?
Abhishek, I have totally 18 of experience
Mm-hmm.
and working on different databases, Oracle, Postgres, MySQL, Elastic Cache, all cloud. I'm using AWS since more than 5-6 years.
Mm-hmm.
We are adopting all the databases now,
Mm-hmm.
whatever it in AWS. Now the main motto like for us is like we are slowly bringing our database infra is not in CI/CD.
Mm-hmm.
So for some business units they have in CI/CD, they're
Mm-hmm.
with the application stack. But I we brought into force to management. We want to maintain it in our own stack
Mm-hmm.
for some other thing, for some other which is not in application stack. So that we are building. So we are adopting DevOps skills, those things. Uh, but the main now the company mottos are like AI, implementing AI on that.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm much into
But
DBA, but not in development.
what is your core problem
DBA,
that you
Oracle
want to
DBA.
solve?
No,
Oracle.
like we have sorry. I work as a Oracle DBA mostly. That
Mm-hmm.
my core point is want to adopt, want to learn something. See, everything we are working since in cloud, right? We don't have anything on on-prem. So that there I am lagging Postgres. That is one
Mm-hmm.
thing that I want to improve. That's one thing. And LLM or AI thing, how we has to implement. We have seen some people who already implemented with MCP server. They have done the patching as well,
Mm-hmm. That is possible. Yes.
patching and updating the CI/CD Terraform code,
Mm-hmm.
everything, whatever, right? With only prompts. We will give the prompts and some scripts we have to place in to check it
Mm-hmm.
and the thing. Everything
That's it. Yeah.
it taking care of upgrade as well,
Yes.
upgrade
Yes.
and checking and all. But some logic,
So. Mm,
the infrastructure logic they will not have, right? Development team they will not have what the infrastructure logic they kept in AWS. So those people are lagged. So that's why it took so much time for them. They felt why in development staging took less time, production is
mm,
taking double the time and all. So we identify the logic and we explain them as they are not aware of.
mm,
So like we same thing we want to implement in our infra so that mm, we can gain some
mm,
knowledge. The main motto is like to get an high availability knowledge on Postgres.
mm.
With that same time CI/CD come AI. My
Correct.
main motto.
See
So
this.
mm.
I'm just showing you a few things that.
Yeah, recently
Eh,
we met 2 days back. We met with AWS. They gave some Bedrock model, some their
uh,
MCP servers. That
uh,
maybe this month, by this month end, we have to implement and
mm,
we have to test to analysis. What to say? The database
mm,
is we are utilizing the Aurora up to the mark or not.
mm, mm,
Normal on
mm,
community version is where we can adopt it or not. That and all we have
mm.
to do. That is our next motto. So I want to know your course, how much it will help me to gain this thing.
Basically, I will show you all the possible way to automate. So how I'll show you? I will
Hmm.
use NA10 first thing. I will show you what is NA10,
Well,
how to create
see,
nodes and all.
I don't know about this anything. I hear about
That's
AI,
why.
but I know what we can do, but I don't know how to implement them. That is
Yeah.
where we are lagging.
NA10, I will show you one use case with Postgre. Uh,
Okay.
in the last, I will show you Crew AI because I think Crew AI is a very, very powerful tool. But the only thing is you have to write your own code, which is very well possible with the help of AI. Okay.
Again,
And it is enterprise grade basically. Okay. And
Mhm.
also, you must be knowing about CloudWant, right?
No.
Claw- So we are going to talk about ClawBot also, not ClawBot. So Claw AI, yes. So we are going to talk about all these tools. Claw AI, the website is not coming. Crew AI, and also we are going to talk about Jenkins. For a normal scenario, how to integrate Jenkins with your AI functions, how to integrate it, And another thing, you have just talked about two important factor here. MCP server with guided setup, MCP with guided setup and unguided
Okay.
setup. Guided means where you are defining the script, you are putting everything. Unguided means where you can talk to your MCP server like RAG model, or you can chat like ChatGPT, like that, which I will discuss and I'll tell you how you can implement it.
I have one doubt. See, if we are whatever MCP server we're using, if not our own MCP server, we are using a third
Mhm.
party like Amazon MCP server or
Mhm.
outside any cloud provider,
Mhm.
cloud AI
Mhm.
provider MCP servers. We'll be
Mhm.
giving our credentials, right? If they know the our metadata information, everything,
Mhm.
even
Mhm.
though if you read only read access or some
Mhm.
permission,
Mhm.
it'll be a what to say security concerns, right?
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
we are in the same whenever we in some seminars like recently PGConf 2026 happened, right?
Mhm.
Wherever we raised this concern, they said then you have to build your own LLM model. So we are afraid of that. Like we are not
Uh,
developers. Building your own LLM model will take so much time to uh, get adopted in our company and it'll right.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
how we can achieve and that's same we have some same doubt security concern if we
Mhm.
share the information to the third party cloud vendor or something
Mhm.
whoever provide MCP server or agentic AI
Mhm.
models
Mhm.
how we can overcome them.
Correct. The first thing is, if you want to eat sweet, let's suppose you
Mm,
want to eat some sweet item, it's not mandatory to go and buy the entire sweet shop, right? Because you just want to eat one piece of the sweet or one piece of the food. It does
mm,
not mean that I'll buy the whole restaurant just because I want to eat. Same thing in your scenario, just because you have to prevent some security, some code, some password and all, it does not mean you have to build a LLM. Building
mm.
LLM is not at all easy task. Everyone knows. Even
Yes.
a lot of people are come to YouTube, Instagram, they say we build this and that. It's just a ice tip, you know. It looks only it looks very easy, but training the model, making them updated,
Yes. Yeah.
buying the infrastructure, it's not at all, it's not a easy task. And trust me, 99.9% people who comes for the interview, they have
Mm,
simply completed some course, something,
mm,
and they don't know how to build it from scratch. Only very rare people knows. So back to your question, we have
mm,
enterprise grade
mm,
AI LLMs available, which is controlled by enterprise grade LLM, which gives you guarantee that your data won't go anywhere with the contract. So this is
okay.
chat. There's a normal chat GPT and there's a chat GPT from Microsoft. Do you
Mm,
see the
mm.
difference?
Yeah, yeah, yes, understood.
So like that, even Anthropic also, Anthropic, uh, Anthropics gives you a corporate account.
Mhm.
There they are giving you guarantee that your information is not going to be loose by any chance.
Uh,
If it is
Here
getting
it is
loose,
Anthropic. Okay, in AWS it's a Bedrock or something else. Or,
in AWS, I think it is Bedrock, or they have their own LLM models and all which they are giving. Uh,
okay,
but are your passwords are exposed like in the plain text, or you have some kind of vault configured?
we don't have Vault. We have one password, but we are not using. Mostly we'll use a security what AWS secret manager only.
Secret manager. Then the KMS is very powerful. You're using KMS, right? Security manager, KMS and
No,
all,
no,
right?
we are using see for rest like data show that rest we are using
Mhm,
KMS, but we are not using for authentication this
mhm.
KMS key. We are
You
storing it
must
in
be
secret
using
manager.
AWS Vault or something.
No, no, we are not using Vault also. We are keeping it in secret manager. When
Mhm.
we'll pass this secret manager path
Key to
to
got it. Mhm,
yeah, that's all. Something like that
mhm.
we can do.
Then you are secure, I think.
Just take care of. Okay, then
Yeah, yeah,
we'll see. That part still we are not
yeah.
start
And
like why
second
means
thing, yeah,
mm,
second thing, if you are having this kind of worry in mind, and your applications are web facing applications, mean to say it is website or something where undefined user comes, so in that case you can put some kind of password accessing method also, count also you can put. Let's suppose in the normal scenario 10,000 people hit your passwords, okay, suddenly 2 million people are started hitting, so it's a clear case of
Really.
until unless you don't have any sale going on or any offer going on, 2 million people won't come right directly to the website.
Yes,
So you
yes,
can
yes.
put some kind of mechanism where password hits are increasing, so you can use some kind of third party microservice or something which can tell you that this is not the genuine users, something like that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Done.
I hope I have answered your question.
And your course, see, I saw your website. There is 2 3 Postgres courses. Now, if you choose with AI, you will cover high availability, logical
Everything.
replication,
Logical application,
and
yes.
AI, everything, right?
Yes.
We I got last time I pinged you in in the WhatsApp several times. I'm little confusion with the different course what we have. Like you were covering advanced or in this or that
Yeah.
little I have one curiosity.
Now I have created this architecture for everyone because I used to get lot of questions.
Mm.
Now I have created everything here in the single page. Everything. Make sense?
Okay, yeah.
I was talking about this particular
So
tool.
we'll be implementing Patroni, Citus, everything, right? In this course.
Patroni we are implementing, Citus we are not doing because in place of Citus we will implement Kubernetes. I will
Okay.
teach you the Kubernetes part rather than
That
that.
is also good.
Yeah.
And I want to know one. This is
Mhm.
done for every it'll to get some information. How
Mhm.
many is still we are adopting Kubernetes? Like companies are adopting Kubernetes databases, Postgres databases. Many.
See, there are if and buts. I can't give you a fair number or something, but I can give you my answer will be like this. If you have lot of static data, so
Okay.
deploying it on Kubernetes is very easy and companies are
Is
using it. Let's suppose
okay.
you
Mm.
want to get the dollar price every day before 12 a.m. in the night. Because it's
Mm.
a static data, only once you have to update your API with the dollar value, right?
Yeah.
Or you have
Okay.
only one table where data is not changing much. And also the size
Mm.
is not growing much because Docker and Kubernetes is not meant for big databases.
Yes.
It is, you have certain limit and certain accessibility limits. For those cases, I think Kubernetes, and let's suppose you are deploying Kubernetes for, let's suppose Postgre database for a backend repository software. Okay. Let's suppose you are deploying it for Rancher. You know, in that case, it is good because it is
Okay.
just a repository database you are storing to build this application. For those courses, it's good. But still, the industry grade real-time production databases are not getting deployed on Docker and Kubernetes.
Okay. Got it. Mm.
Got it, right?
Okay. Yes. Absolutely. Mm.
Yeah.
Hi, hi Abhishek. This is Purushottam.
Hey, hi, Purushottam. Yeah.
Hi.
Good evening.
So I have almost like 20 years in IT experience,
Mhm.
15 plus database experience. But I'm a legacy Oracle database admin. So
Mhm.
last year, 1 year back, I attended basic admin related task course, and I did a one project in mainly migration project, database Oracle to Postgres migration project. So I just
Mhm.
wanted to know how this course will be useful for me. I don't have much cloud background also.
Mhm.
So you are teaching so many things actually. That is good to know many things. But how, I mean, are we going in depth each topic? Even in fact, Prometheus Graphan I built, but I couldn't implement in real-time production because that
Mhm.
lost monitoring, alert monitoring, those things
Mhm.
due to the timeline actually. So I just wanted to know actually how this course will be helpful for me actually.
Basically, you are going to get a blend of technology, multiple things, not only cloud.
Yeah.
In the cloud, we are going to cover RDS, Aurora, basic cloud, like what is VPS, what is security group, what is EC2. AWS CLI commands, Terraform commands. Okay, all those things. Also,
Okay.
the basic,
Terraform also. Okay.
yes,
Terraform, that's what I was about explaining.
basic Terraform I will cover so that you are not getting overwhelmed initially. At least you know what is what, which is clutch, which is brake, what is escalator. Basic, very basic one. Okay, and if you want, we can go to the next level also in the automation. I can show you the pipelines like Terraform pipelines using Jenkins, cloud formation pipelines using Jenkins. So at least I will give you touch upon on all the major topics which is necessary to understand or work as a cloud DBA.
Yeah.
Even we will talk
That will
about the
actually that will help us. That will help us
yes.
if you.
Even I will touch upon the Python Boto library also for reporting. Let's suppose suddenly your manager says how many EC2 instances are running, how many are down. So at least I will teach you how to write Python Boto 3 scripts or libraries with the help of AI.
So because right, as we experience, actually, we need more real-time production scenarios and real-time this thing. So you are teaching like Patroni. So are you going to simulate real failures like split brain, network partitions, or leader clash, these things? Because just set
Even I
up.
am covering one very important thing which no one is asking, which I always encourage people to understand is modernizing your Patroni cluster from etcd to console. etcd is the old architecture, console is a new architecture. Converting your single instance to multi-node Patroni, this is important. Bootstrapping. Okay. Backup, how you will back up your Patroni cluster, which is very important. So remote PG backrest implementation, which we will cover in the advance only, like in the beginning only, but at least I will show you how to integrate all these things, because this is the real time thing actually, rather than just doing, bits and pieces. If you make a full solution, it will be helpful for you. And you mentioned about Prometheus and Grafana, right? I will teach you about Pomtel and Loki also.
Yeah, I built like Grafana, Prometheus, and PG exporter. I use the exporter to extract data.
I will add it to Pomtel and Loki also, so that you know how to gather your logs, how to create a aggregation pipeline and all those things. At least basics I will clear so that your knowledge can go to the next level, rather than knowing nothing better to that.
And this course covers, along with this new features, advanced cloud-related automation, all these things. Apart
Yes.
from this actually this course covers Postgres real basic admin core
Yes.
this thing also.
See
Because
here.
we already, I mean, I'm not expert in Postgres. Basically, I'm Oracle guy, but I have good exposure, basic good exposure
Your Postgre
to
knowledge, your
Postgres.
database Oracle knowledge is going to be very, very valuable for you.
Yeah. So last year we did a project actually. Okay. We implemented, I mean, from installation, RepMGR, and all the monitoring vacuum level jobs, all these things. And PG backrest also implemented, everything's done it. So I just wanted to know, because this course, if will helpful for me to from their next level actually. I know that you are teaching other things, but how much Postgres you are covering advanced things
At
actually,
least
which I couldn't,
30 to 40% is the Postgre only here,
like mainly
because that is
performance
the main
tuning.
thing.
Yeah,
Yes, yes.
because the course I attended was a pure on-premise basic Postgres course actually. Okay, based on that knowledge, I did a project in my company. So I just wanted to know move next level in the cloud area. So do you recommend? I don't have much cloud experience, even not much knowledge also AWS. Yeah, I know the
It's okay.
basics, but not this thing. Do you recommend to have like AWS you are teaching like practitioner course, go through the practitioner course or attend this? Is
Not
it
required.
fine? Okay.
Not required 100%. But if you do it, it is always better. I will recommend you to learn Azure also. Now you will ask, question why. Okay. Because the way Microsoft is providing the features to the system, I will also encourage you to learn Azure. Because if you see the popularity in the Magic Quadrant from the Gartner, you will see Azure is just next to AWS. So either you learn AWS or Azure, at least one thing if you learn, it is definitely going to help you. It will help you a lot. Can you see
Abhishek,
this? Yeah, tell me.
I have one question, Abhishek, here.
Yeah.
See, I am good at Aurora, using Aurora and community version in AWS.
Okay.
We see will you say like a differentiating will you able to say difference between the Azure's PostgreSQL server and these things as well? Or, will you show differences for both of this? How I means we are not much expertise. We're not using Azure. See, example, you were saying that any one cloud is good, but right now you're saying to Azure, right? So if somebody is already using AWS, we want to know the differences between the how the Postgres, how they will features, what are the feasibility, how they will provide the high availability in their side here.
Okay.
If
See
you show
what?
a little difference.
Back to the main question. What I was trying to tell him that if you already know the basics of one cloud, AWS, so it is good to update the Azure related knowledge also, like Fluxy server, specific to Postgre. Fluxy server is getting popular nowadays, like anything. All the new implementations, even ChatGPT use the Fluxy server backend, you know. So like it is 100% automated database. That's what they call it. And it is the way they have designed it. It gives you a lot of auto scaling power. I mean to say, based on your load, you can auto scale your database into n number of nodes. Okay. So if you already know one cloud and you want to learn the another one, my suggestion will be run Azure. If you already aware of at least one cloud. From that sake, actually, I'm trying to tell you. Make sense?
Yeah, actually,
Yes, sir.
Going through the stages. Actually, are you going to teach Postgres fundamental admin under stage 5?
What is that last one? What is the rest?
Actually, I'm going through the course curriculum, the provided stages, right? Different, which first stage, second stage, like that. So actual core DBA part, Postgres part, are you covering on stage 5?
Stage
So
5. Stage 5.
As per my understanding, you are also covering basic. I mean, Postgres. Are you covering like repmgr,
Yes.
piggyback, rest, all these things also?
Yes. See,
Okay.
in the HA, it is already covered. Even I am covering one very innovative thing, which I think everyone should know, is HA proxy and keep alive D with the rep manager.
Yeah, I was about to ask actually which
Yes.
proxy also. Yeah.
So I have really implemented that for my students. Let me open one of my drawing. So I will show you so that you will understand that I don't want to simply do it and go away, which anyone can do it actually, you know, which is there are thousands of courses people are running. I don't want to do that. I want to show you the real-time implementation. Even it takes 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I don't bother about that. Okay. So let me show you one real-time drawing. Where is that? Script data doc. See this. Sorry, let me open it on draw. So when we will implement it, we implement it this one. We'll implement like this. At least real working solution. You can check with any of my old student. 11 o'clock batch. We have implemented it. Some part we have left it because that was no meaning of implementing it, like witness node. I have not implemented witness, but at least one master, one slave, two slaves or one slave, we have implemented like this. Full setup. Make sense?
Yeah. So yeah. Actually, the thing is like 50% of the course I'm not aware of. Basic Postgres admin course I have it. So you are also covering like PG vector, right? Are we using any real-time use cases? Are we using like are we building
Yes. So I have
real
my
world
own,
use?
I have my own vector project deployed in Git. What I did, I have created a simple GitLab program just to show you the real touch and feel that what people are doing in the market. So what I did, I took one project and developed it. Let me show you. This is my Git repo. So we have implemented so many things. So I have implemented a RAG thing also. Let me search it from here better. So I will simply show you one RAG project where you will put all the document, and this, once you uploaded the document, you can ask any question like ChatGPT like this. So let's suppose we have initially built it for a doctor or for the hospital, but later I am using it for my students also, where I will just, let's suppose you have uploaded a prescription and you want to understand what is paracetamol. So based on your uploaded document, you will get the answer that paracetamol is this. And so that I will show you the entire implementation of this project, because I want you to understand the basics of it rather than just simply understanding the vectorization of the database. Okay, that is not important. That anyone can do it, right? For this purpose, we are using Milvus, which can be replaced with PG vector also. So if you are interested, I will show you all these projects. If all the batch is interested, we will implement and I will show you this also, because my project is ready. I have to just deploy and show you step by step. Make sense?
Yeah. Are you also covering like any agents, AI agents interacting with the Postgres database, reading
Yes.
logs,
Yes.
reading
See,
logs,
I can show you one
issues,
thing here itself,
predictions?
that
Yeah.
yes. Recently Microsoft has launched this new plugin. So I will show you this plugin also, how you can talk to your Postgres database directly. And also in one of my session, I have shown you how to talk to your database using DeepSeek API. So that is also possible. I will send you my recording also, where we have implemented N10 with the Postgres. Okay. So that is also recorded. Did I answer your question? You're good?
Yeah. Because my intention
I
is
have
like
tried my
it
level
should
best to,
understood. See, thing
whatever
is
I
like
have committed, I have tried my level best to. The only thing, see this one. This is the video where I have shown how you can integrate your N10 workflow with your Postgres database. See this? Use ChatGPT like this. We have implemented it from the scratch.
yeah. Sorry to say, Abhishek. I'm just trying to give my perspective. Yeah, you are covering everything as to make DBAs to up to date as per the
Yes.
market. Okay. Only thing is requested. It should not be like we are using so many things, vector DBA, all these things, Kubernetes. It should not be like just kind of buzzword level. It should be translate to our deep real implementation. So I mean, after this
See,
course, that is
I am the first person, I would say
yeah.
proudly. I am teaching, I am telling, learn Kubernetes from 2015, not now. From this
Yeah, that is
year,
fine.
I am
But in the
telling,
course,
like,
right? In the course, you are
yeah,
giving some knowledge, this thing, right? It should not be like high level. It should be like real use case scenario when we move to Postgres cloud, right? I mean, our transition should be whatever you are learning here. It should be, you know, real time implementation kind of scenario. It should not like if I just surface level learning something where it won't useful much in real time, right? So that is the reason. If course
you see, I'll tell you one thing. You go to my
Yeah.
LMS, and just see the videos. I'll be the first person who made 28 videos free of cost. See this?
Yeah.
So that people should understand that if they are investing this much big amount, what value they are going to get.
So it's good
I
that
have,
actually many places, I mean, many are teaching just basic database. Even I attended, I told, right? He just created a Postgres instance EC2 in a cloud. He didn't go through, he didn't show anything
here,
in depth.
I could have easily skipped this part today, easily, just to tell that this is Loki, this is what, this is that. I could have simply skip it, but I have implemented it fully on the database level, just to give them the idea, so that you know they should not feel bad that this guy has committed it and he's not showing it. So I'm showing you on the screen. So at least
correct.
It's at least 20 to 30%, 40% idea you are getting how to implement it, right? Getting my point.
Setting up is one thing. Actually using it as a real-time scenario, real use cases, explaining, making like simulation, those are very important things.
Yes.
Setting is easy. To make it work, we don't know what type of issues, what type of request we get in real-time production from different clients.
Correct. So see, I'll tell you one
Mhm.
thing. I will make sure that you are equipped with all those knowledge, at least.
Yeah. All
so
whatever
that you can handle it. Yes.
Yeah. Thanks. I took sorry to I took more time.
No.
Yeah,
Completely fine. See, if you not ask the question, how you will get the idea on those things.
Because
So
right, after certain age, if you keep on learning same thing at basic level, right, you get demotivated. You don't learn if you're not learning new things, and also that is not reflecting our real time projects, right? So motto
don't
is
worry.
learn. Because my experience, that was very good help. It was good course for me. I learned 1 year basic. Based on that knowledge, I confidently deliver one project actually. So like that, I'm looking this course to move forward.
The only ask is going to be, I'll be your pathfinder. You have to tightly integrate with me in terms of practice and assignment.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Because the moment I say something easy, people implement it fast. The moment I say create a Jenkins pipelines to build the virtual machine, Jenkins pipeline to build VM, where I will give 4 GB RAM, 4 GB disk to interface. And when I run this pipeline, I should see a VM running. So these kind of things, if I give you assignment or if I'm telling you do it, you should do it. Then only your knowledge will go to the next level. Learning and keeping it inside your mind is not at all going to help you. If I'm telling you something, do it. Try to achieve it as soon as possible, or at least keep it somewhere in your weekend plan that I have to implement this. If you go with this particular sequence, I can give you a guarantee within a 6 to 8 month you will be a different DBA. If not, I will reverse your money back. That guarantee also I'm giving.
Thanks for
because end of the story, if I'm not teaching properly, people won't come here. Simple. 1 or 2 people will come, and after that people won't come. They will think, okay, his guy is simply committing and he's not completing it. So this is my in India, this is my third batch. A lot of people are coming.
I mean, this one more thing, like VMs, are we providing any VMs you upload in
I
Drive?
will not provide you VM, but I will give you a very good way. I will simply give you my Vagrant config, and using that you can build any VM within a
Because we
flight.
use office laptops, there is a restriction. Suppose if you provide in Google Drive, right? So we can just download.
We have a plan to create our own playground. We have already got the servers, Dell servers, but we have not implemented it so far. Where student can buy the machines, virtual machines, and they can do the practice. So that is in the pipeline. That also we are going to do. So that is also there.
But this office laptops, so it won't allow to download or anything. I mean, install anything. That is the problem.
Lot of restrictions are there actually.
And this batch is the same timeline. I mean, 4 to 5.
I'm planning to do it 3 to 5 basically, but some US folks are telling me to make it 6 to 9.
Yeah.
Which I don't know if everyone will be agree to.
So only weekend, Saturday, Sunday for 3 to 5. Oh, other batch is already started. You were talking about, right?
Yeah, morning is already started 8:30. We are in the currently today we have completed catalog date tables, and we have completed the extensions. Tomorrow I'm going to cover foreign data wrapper in that class. And 11 o'clock we are going on Patroni currently. Patroni just started today.
Okay, now the batch is only the weekend batch, Abhishek.
Yes, yes.
But you'll go by stages, right? Stages? Stages, right? You say stage 1 Linux and storage like that. Are you following same thing or other
yes,
batch?
Yes.
Okay.
Other batch also, but in the new batch I have added few more things because I think a few things has to get added here. So I have added in the agentic AI. I'm planning to add few more things, which I will talk. If they are agree, I will teach them also. So yeah, few addition I did in the new batch. Few things I have removed it. Yeah, because they are not that relevant, and few things I have added again.
When this batch is
operating from India or?
I'm operating from India nowadays. Yes.
Okay, in India where?
In India, Madhya Pradesh.
All right, all right.
So when this regular batch is going to happen, this one?
Real time real batches is not possible because I'm also working somewhere. So I take only classes Saturday, Sunday.
No, yeah, Saturday, Sunday. I mean, this batch. So parallel,
three to five, I think. 3 to 5.
Same course, you already have a 2 batches. I mean, morning batches and evening you are going to start.
Yes, yes. Because a lot of UK people are, they are, they want to join. So they requested. So that's why I opened this batch.
So just one last question, because I'm not sure whether if I'm not able to make this batch, 11 o'clock batch, when will be starting? Even I'm okay if after 1 month, 2 months also. Okay.
11 o'clock mostly after 1 month we'll start. 1.5 month. I think that they have 3, 4 concepts. Kubernetes is remaining. Then we have performance tuning remaining. Upgrade is remaining. So I think mostly in 1 month, 11 o'clock new batch will start.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Abhishek. Thanks for your time.
No
Really appreciate.
problem.
And regarding 3 to 5 in weekend, so what will be the proposed time in future?
3 to 5 only so far. But if you all are deciding to some other time, we can think about it. So far it is 3 to 5.
Oh, yeah, 3 to 5 is good for me.
Yeah. Because majority of the people voted for 3 to 5. Most of the people voted.
When you are planning to start this batch?
This is the first demo. I will give one more demo, at least 2 to 3 demos I will give, because I have many people in the lined up. Today I think 30 to 35 people joined. So like that, I will give one more demo. Max to max 3 demos I will give like this, and then I'll start the batch.
So maybe a couple of weeks.
Yeah, 1 or 2 weeks. Yeah, definitely.
Perfect. Okay. Thank you.
So you can, if you want, you can book your seat, or at least, if you are not confident, you can join couple of batches and then you can make the payment. It's not an issue. I want to be, you know, people to be comfortable with all these things. Yeah.
Yeah, great, good.
Fine. Any more questions? Like, any doubt?
Fee structure and all, is it mentioned?
You can ping me directly.
All
I'll
right,
just
all
send
right.
you. I'll send you all
Okay,
the details. Yeah,
perfect.
no problem.
Hey, hi Abhishek, this is Prashant here.
Yeah, Prasant. Yeah, tell me.
Yeah, Abhishek, I think you initially you told most of the DBAs are like old school, like they're not comfortable writing script, all the thing. No, like yeah, I am also one of that kind.
Mm-hmm.
or like I only know like putty. Like even though I have good amount of experience,
Mm-hmm.
this cloud all thing is completely
Mm-hmm.
new for me.
Mm-hmm.
Like Python, all the things you were telling, no,
Mm-hmm.
or like even like if someone give me Python script, like I'll be not able to analyze. By end of this course, like if I complete, I'll be able to understand this Python. Like if you ask me, like
Mm-hmm.
after end of this course, in my infra there are 500 DB. Will I be able to write a simple Python script such that it can connect to 500 DB server and fetch some
Mm-hmm.
data? That level of
Yes,
information I'll be gaining.
you will be gaining, but you have to do some little advance, little bit understanding with me with the Python. It's like I will teach you how to learn the Python with a different approach where you can easily understand the Python. So even you attend or not, let me give you one very good idea. There is a class 12th book, CBSC book for Python. Okay. So first of all, what I will do, I will give you some basic idea how to write the Python script, what is the function, how to run it, what is the virtual environment and all those things. And also I will suggest you to to read this book side by side. And this is, trust me, the way they are teaching to the kids, right? The Python. If you read this book, 99.9% your problems will be solved.
Hmm.
It's a class 12th book.
Which book? Can you just highlight that book, please?
Yeah, this is the book I'm highlighting. Sumita Arora, class 12th book. Because I can suggest you some hi-fi, very, computer, very advanced books or something. But trust me, if you start with the basics, advanced book you can read anytime.
Mhm.
So this is the way I will teach you. I will give you some idea to run the Python script, to read the Python script. And with the help of AI, you can achieve anything. Trust me, you can write any script.
No, actually, I'm looking for shortcut only, with learning the scripting part,
Mhm,
YAML, PowerShell, or even Python
mhm,
with AI.
mhm,
I don't want dedicated Python engineer, just database administrator.
mhm,
Try to manage with AI and scripting.
mhm. So, definitely you will learn it. Also, you will learn how to automate the Python script, shell script with the Jenkins in the
Okay.
N10 like that.
How many hours you will be spending on this thing? Like from your this demo I attended for last 2 hours, no? Yeah, like most of the things you were highlighting this thing agents, Jenkins, automation. No, other than this basic architectural administration part, these all automation. These all how many hours you will be spending?
For the class total.
Yeah, for the class. Yeah.
See, I always commit 4.5 month, but
Mhm.
based on my last few sessions, it goes sometimes 5 month, 5.5 month. Because sometimes you are not available, you want to revise something, you are not understanding it. So sometimes I have to make you understand more, or so like that it goes little bit more also. But we are completing it within a 5 minute sometimes. But again, depend on the batch. If some batches are very curious, they want to learn more thing, then I don't stop myself, I give more information. Because the more tool nowadays, it's like not about technology, it's about tools. The more tools you know specific to AI and ML, the more you can achieve, right? So it's like that.
Abhishek, one last question. Like, imagine, like, if I enroll this batch, like after 2 months, like I'll be not able to continue due to something. Like, will I be able to join next batch, or like I have to go through the
Yes,
recording?
within a year you can go to any two batches. You can jump
Any
two
two batch?
batches. Yeah,
Okay,
any two
okay.
batches. People are already doing it actually.
Oh, okay,
Because when I
okay.
have started my course in October, some people got stuck in their personal work and all. So don't worry, we are very flexible in that. Because end of the story, you are paying fees and time, so don't worry about that. But it's not like some people comes with the request. They are keep on jumping the class again and again. So don't do that, but rest everything is fine. No worries. Even you will get the LMS access, so you can go back and you can watch any of these recordings anytime.
Okay. Okay, okay, Abhishek. Yeah. Thank you, thank you.
No problem. Any more questions? Are we good?
Yeah, Abhishek.
So if yeah, you are asking a question.
No, I'm good.
You are good. Okay, okay. If everyone is good, with your permission, can we close the session?
Sure, Abhishek. Thanks for.
Abhishek,
Perfect, perfect.
Yeah,
Abhishek, one more thing. This is
yeah,
Ramesh.
yeah.
So I have to find the course details. I mean, sorry, the fee structures and
Yeah, I'll
listing
tell
the
you. You
logins.
just ping me. I will just give you all the details.
Okay.
You have my. You can ping on the
WhatsApp.
WhatsApp directly. Yeah,
Sure. Okay. Private message should be fine, right? On the group.
yeah. Private is fine. Yeah, private is fine.
Okay.
Are we good? Any more doubt?
Okay, Abhishek. So tomorrow also you mentioned, right? That should be the same.
Yeah. Demo tomorrow also. There's a
The
demo.
same session, or you're going to
Same
add the.
session. Same
So no
session.
need to join tomorrow. This same
No,
thing.
no need to join. If you have joined this, but please join the next week session. At least I will give you some demo on the screen. You know.
Okay, next week
Yeah.
also some demo. This is
Yes.
overall. That could be the demo.
Overall the same thing. Yeah.
Okay, got it. So okay, for one batch, how many students will be there? Max or any limit restrictions?
Max to max, we get 30 students, sometimes 25 student. Some students are, like 40 to 30% students are taking the recordings because they are from the different countries. Let's suppose Russia or Ireland or Australia, New Zealand. So what they do, they just take the recordings. So I get a lot of recording students basically because they can't join the live session. So overall live session, I think most to most 25 to 30, not more than that.
Max, okay.
Yeah, after 30 we create a new batch basically.
Okay, if I want to add my friend into this group, what is the group in WhatsApp?
Yeah, I will send you the group joining link also.
Yeah.
So you can use this link.
Uh,
This is the
you
link.
sent it in WhatsApp?
I'm sending you here only. You can just copy it.
Okay. Okay, got it. I got the link. Perfect.
Yeah.
Sure, we'll do that.
Sure.
That's my end. All good. Thank you.
No problem. Yeah. Any more question? All good. Can I close the session?
Yes.
Yes, thank you.
No
Thank you so
problem.
much.
Yeah. Bye everyone. Have a great evening. I'll see you
You,
in the next
you
class.
too. Thank you.
Bye.